Yep. So, as you can see from the last video I did on this yesterday, I spent a lot of gems that I earned from the Limit 1 Festival on building a deck for the Fusion Link Festival. This is the deck we used. I will say right now that the person on YouTube I copied this deck from is the Shaper of Snatch. Shout out to the Shaper of Snatch for this deck list, because we're going to be seeing it in all the replays here. This is just a general idea of how the deck is going to function. So, my opponent starts with Scaraclaw Astra for line, 8 heart, then adds Primitive Plant Wreckphobia. We saw enough of this in Link Limit 1, so we know what that does. The field spells play, they get Starfrost, then they destroy a set card, or rather Link Monster, to play Starfrost. But because of all that, I get to Nibiru them, which ruins their entire strategy. That's just what one Nibiru can do if you get really unlucky. So this deck is going to be very long. This whole thing is going to be very, very, very long. My plays are going to be very, very long, because they're very much sequenced with the expectation that you'll be doing certain things in order. Now you start. This person starts with Firewall Defensor to get Salamon Great Phalanx. Defensor lets them get Firewall Phantom, then they can link off Phantom and Defensor. It sets them in Phalanx to get Code Talker. Talk about long-winded plays. That's what happens when you get link players, everyone. But Phantom and Gazelle get to activate their effects. Gazelle's played. Cynet Codec is added. Then Salamon Great Sanctuary is returned to the deck. Spinny is activated. Codec is activated. Codec Talker and Spinny are linked off for Transcode Talker. Codec gets to use its effect to add Code Generator. Then Code Talker and Gazelle are linked off again for Protect Code Talker. Microcoder is added to the hand. Then do the effects of the microcoders and the code generators. They can be linked off from the hand in order to make Xcode Talker. Then these effects activate alongside of another use of Cynet Codec. God, that's getting a lot of value. Jesus Christ. Link Infra Filer is added. Microcoders first activates to add Cynet Conflict. Then Dota Scaper is added to the hand and linked off immediately with Link Infra Filer and Xcode Talker to get Firewall Dragon Dart Fluid Neo Tempest Terahertz. Say that name 5 times fast. But Phantom goes back to the deck. If only I had that Nibiru on my opening turn, I said to myself. Anyway, discard for Tribegate Karis, and my opponent just uses Conflict to negate the effect of Nerval and banish it as well. I cannot activate Nerval for the rest of the game, but that's fine. I get Ancient Warrior. So Ancient Warriors, you need to have Ancient Warriors Zhuge Kong in the deck in order to combo off of Ancient Warriors Masterful Sun Mo. Otherwise, you just kind of brick. I tried to go for Dark Fusion for Destiny Hero, which is my bad, but it works out in the end. Because I can just do this, and that card has no targeting protection whatsoever. There's a reason that card is ultra rare, is a UR. It's just way too good at just disrupting plays with bouncing effects. Fire Commission Tanky adds Tri-Brigade Fractal. But like right here, we can't get the full combo because unfortunately, we have both our Ancient Warrior monsters in our hand. So the full intended sequence is something I don't think I actually have recorded myself doing. But basically, we get Karas to summon Shirag by banishing, and we can link off Shirag and Karas for Bearbrum, sorry. Bearbrum effect activates, gets Kit back up discarding 2 cards. I get Ancient Warrior, I get to add Albion to my hand, banishing Mercurier. Then bring the Swords into the graveyard by Albion's effect. Mercurier returns to my hand. Sprite Elf is linked off mostly so that Burn lets me search for a Revolt. I don't need a second Tanky. I can Sprite Elf back Kit. My opponent gives up because they have no out to my board. I haven't even finished setting up the board. They had no out to it. So far, I have to say that this year, playing a Link focus deck is very exhausting. A Link combo focus deck is very exhausting to play. Practicing this deck until I got the lines I needed was very... So Fractal... Yeah, basically, you search for Fractal however you do it, then you send Fractal, then Kit, then Neural to the graveyard to add Mercurier or Karas. Then you had Sun Wu adds Zhuge Kong to your hand with the effect of Sun Mo in order to get Farigit, which lets you special summon Karas for free. Then you get Shurigod and Karas, which gives you Bearbrum, the Rampager. Then you search DD Crow off of Shur. Then you get Kit back. Then you can use Kit's effect to perform the summon of Ancient Warrior's Oath, Double Dragon Lords. So yeah, this is the full intended combo. Sprite Elf. You get to search for 2 cards, then return 2 cards from your deck to your hand. We have Effect Veiler to interrupt monster effects, DD Crow to interrupt effects in the graveyard. We can also use Ancient Warrior's Oath to interact with a monster. And finally, we can Tri-Brigade to get our second Shuri to banish a card in the field on summon. That's the intended combo and board setup. I'm happy I got to show it off for you guys once. Like so. And our opponent scoops because we interrupted everything they could possibly do. Take that, Dark Magician. Cornfield Cultils is discarded. I ash that immediately. I've played that deck. You've seen me play that deck. I know exactly how it starts and how to stop it. And after a measly set, that's all they bother doing. We Tanky into Fractal. Fractal, then hit, Nerval, Karas. Karas discard. Ancient Warrior. Two impermanences. My opponent realizes they cannot stop this unbelievably powerful board of 2 monster effect negates and an interruption. So they just scoop. Okay. Yeah. Fractal, Kit, Nerval, Karis. Then the banish into Ancient Warrior's Oath. Nerval also gets his own Link monster out. Bearbrum. Sprite Elf. And get Revolt. And there goes Oath's ability. Ferris, we cannot interrupt Ferris until now, where we get to Ash, the special summon of a monster. This is like the only hero deck I fought, too, interestingly enough. Well, an intended hero deck. I'm just using the Dark Phoenix Enforcer engine as a part of this deck. Glass Crusader. They're going to Sprite. Tanky adds Mao. Mao lets me get in Juge Kong. Juge Kong is here. Get rid of that. Do this for another link off. Then link off for Rugal the Silk. For whatever. Now. Vert Anaconda. Then I can Fusion Destiny for Dark Phoenix Enforcer. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. My bad. That stops their next play. A hero player would know it's over if you can't get past Dark Phoenix Enforcer. Fractal. Kit. Nerval, Karis. Karis discard. Because this is all I can really do. Shirt. Bearbrum. Then we get Mercurier. Bearbrum discards Mercurian Honest for Kit. Kit brings... Ancient Warrior's Oath. Double Dragon Lords. Branded Sword brings back Albion. Or Mercurier, rather. Sprite Elf. Bearbrum. Revolt. Mercurier. Revolt. Kit. That's it. Lightning Storm. That sucks. But I can still pad my defenses with defense vision monsters. And Tabari the Sky Ninja, Baku the Beast Ninja, I Effect Veiler that. Mitsu the Insect is summoned though, Baku and Ninja decks basically. Then I Revolt, because what other choice do I have? By linking off a level 2 monster, I can get Shurag. I can just also do this and banish his ninja. That's how that entire interruption is supposed to go. Oh, this was very painful to play against. Diamorpha, yeah. I think I only won because I may have misplayed with cost that didn't let me win the dual turn earlier here, but you'll see what I mean. Anyway, Karis, Spanish for Scareclaw, then Kit and Frick, 5%, Verbal, Fractal, then Furgit to summon Fractal, Bearbrum. I put that back in my deck for a very good reason. Fusion Destiny does not work unless you send from the deck. Spray Elf. Unfortunately, that's to go back into my deck. Like, the misplay here is I put Fractal on the fence. I put Fractal on the fence. Was I supposed to put him in the fence? I completely forgot if I was supposed to do that. Oh well. Not much of a misplay because my opponent didn't have anything to beat him with next turn. Oh boy, these two. Those last two duels took me to my limit. I will straight up say that. Salmon, Great Mirror. He's a bit busy. So, Mirror to Balinks. I affect better Balinks. Fractal. Oh no, he ashed me. Then raged. Well, I got stopped before I got started. And he has to pass because he didn't have anything. I drew Revolt. I call him summon Karis and go for... Oh, I got Effective Alert now. Yep, we just had each other's numbers. Knew exactly how the other player thought. But unfortunately for him, Tribal Revolt lets me use banished monsters. The Sphinx, baby. And Ghost Spell. Negates. Tribal Revolts. Have my number. What can you do? What can you do? Yeah, Barrel Lynx is also summoned, but I have Ash this time. I used Ash instead of Effect Failure because I suspected he could still use something else. That's why I Effect Failure his Code of Soul. Sunlight Wolf. And we can Nibiru now. What am I going to do to get myself out of the situation? Draw one card. Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny is pretty much the only reason I won. Because I can do this. Mirror into Balinks. I didn't bother popping any of the Balinkses because he has enough other Balinkses to prevent his Salmon Great cards from being destroyed. So I have to just wait and hone my strategy for something else. Spinning, Sunlight Wolf, Ash Joy, Spring, Salmon Great Sanctuary, Great Rage, and despite all that playing, he couldn't get what he needed. But this duel, despite technically taking less turns, is definitely the toughest one I faced. Fractal, Kit, Nerval, Karis, Mercurier, Albion, Branded Sword, get Mercurier, Ancient Mao, Ancient Egg, Bearbrum, Crow, Spray Elf, Regolt, I wasn't allowed to use Fusion Destiny that turn. So, Fall Albaz. We Revolt. And we Ominous Omen for our second one. But they Mirror Jaded away, so we couldn't banish something. Sprite Elf, another Bearbrum summon. Spriggan's Kit, we Ash the Skit. I lost my Elf, I lost my Wesson, I lost my Ancient Warrior. Mirror Jade, I banish it with DD Crow so he doesn't get a pickup. Then I lose Bearbrum. Fractal. Grand Dust Dragon, Kit, Dust Dragon Effect, Nerval, Karis. Here's some of the Sky and Queen, Fortress, Ancient Warriors, turn Mirror Jade, Fusion Destiny into Phoenix Enforcer. I was running pretty low on time at this point, I admit, so I was high on the clock. But I was able to pull off a turn clear here. I messed up here though. I realized even the match wouldn't matter if I just DPE'd everything except Ancient Warriors. He gets to recover 2 cards. I can recover Destiny Hero. Ecclesia gives him Blazing Cartesia and another Fall of Albaz. But I destroy his Fallen Albaz with D Hero. I get the normal summon Nibiru with Dasher and attack directly with right hand. But this time we DPE and destroy his attempt at fusing off. Now he doesn't get to recover Cartesia because the fusion monster he controlled didn't get into the graveyard this turn. And that's how I cleared the toughest duel I faced in this event. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.